Hey, I like that. Stop number 16, day number 8 is at Hazlitt High School, where the Vikings trying to rebound from a 4-5 non-playoff season. Charlie Etluski begin his 22nd season as head coach, and he has new help this year. 2 assistants have been added. There's Tico Duckett, the former Spartan, and there's a former Wolverine there, too. How about say hello to the Tate Shansky. Remember Tate Shansky at Michigan, played on the national championship team. Attrition has affected the Vikings. Some seniors not out for football, some quit, but this team has real size.
Good news, we're healthy, and that's a good thing. You know, we got great size. We haven't been this big in an awfully long time, maybe the biggest we've been. So size is great, but we got to obviously do things, but we're going to be very good up front, both sides of the ball.
So last year, we don't have as many seniors coming back. A lot of them kind of left us, but we're pretty much all that we have, and we're just going to go from it.
Is there more of a we are one attitude here than maybe in the past?
Oh, definitely, just because of that fact that we're having so many people that just kind of bailed out on us. It just makes us that more fired up and ready to get after this year.
Do you feel the same way as Blake does, that maybe this is more of a team than it's been in recent years?
Definitely, sir. I would completely agree with that statement. I've always been a firm believer, and I'd rather play with 28 guys that are completely bought into the system than 35 that aren't. And so we're just a good family unit this year, and we're going to get after it.
Michigan State's in week 2 of preseason camp. This morning, cooler temperatures probably produce more practice energy. Mark D'Antonio says defensive lineman Enoch Smith is dealing with a hernia issue, should be back to practice in a day or two. How about other injuries, Coach, like, say, tackle Cody Keeler, for instance?
We're not talking about injuries, but Cody will be fine.
How about
I guess we are talking about him, but we're not talking about him.
LT, okay.
No, we're not talking about him. So you don't trick me into that. That's trickery.
Trickery?
Yeah, it's media trickery.
Includes this Big Ten home opener for MSU, postponed yesterday, rescheduled this afternoon. Sun shining, but the Spartans can't outshine a top 25 team from Illinois. Bottom of the second, base hit to center for Anthony Checky. Ryan Richardson testing his luck, and he's not lucky. Illini hold their 1-0 lead. Top of the third, MSU starter Mick Van Vossen struggling with control, gives up his 3rd walk of the inning. Another run trots home, 2-0 Illinois. 2 batters later, Jason Goldstein flies one to right. That can be trouble on the hill. Brandon Hughes makes the catch, but the sac fly plates another run. Spartans down 4-0. Bottom of the 7th. Spartans need a rally. Blaze Salter lines one to left. Ryan Nagel makes a mess out of this one. The MSU scorer calls this a double, but that's really generous. It's more like a single and an error, scoring Mark Wiest. Illini lead cut to 3, but that's as close as the Spartans get. Illinois adds another run and wins it 8-4. Spartans drop to 11-12 this season. Game 2 of the series tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Tough to dig out of a hole. I mean, that's a good ball club. You know, they pitch it very well. You know, timely hitting, and we needed a couple big at bats, and unfortunately they executed and we didn't. But you know, at the same time, I think you know, we gave up too many free bases, and when that happens against a good ball club, they're going to capitalize.
Meanwhile, next door at Sekia Stadium, head coach Jackie Joseph and Spartan softball play host to Penn State. Bottom of the second, Spartans down 3-0. Bats aren't working, so how about the petty theft? Double steal scores Shannon Thomas. But the Nittany Lions have too much firepower. Molly Sorensen leads off the third with a bullet to right center. She scampers into third with a triple. Then next batter is Shelby Miller. No, not our former reporter. She drives in Sorensen. Nittany Lions take game 1 of the doubleheader 7-4. The youngins love some Spartan baseball, especially on a bright, sunny, warm day. Perfect day for ball. MSU going for a sweep of Purdue and a 7th straight win overall. 6th inning, Spartans down 5-4. Ugh, that's a rally killer. Inning-ending double play. Some nice hops there at the hot corner by Mark Wiest. Absolutely robs Kyle Johnson. Still 5-4 Boilermakers, though. MSU plated 22 runs in the opening 2 games of this series, but things cooling off today. That was Alex Troop striking out swinging. Then top of the 8th, Purdue buys a little insurance. Jack Picciotti grounds one past Ryan Krill. MSU down 2. Plenty of great defense in this game, but it usually goes against the Spartans. Ryan Richardson gets burned by Brett Carlson out of nowhere. Boilermakers hang on for just their 2nd win of the season. 6-4 the final. Spartans now tied for 4th in the Big Ten at 11-7 after this letdown finale.
Going into today, I thought we were playing really well, and that's what was so surprising about today, because as good as we've played the last week, we played that poorly today. We've gotten great support, you know, really, especially when the weather's nice, you know, and Big Ten series all weekend long. People have come out, and that's what makes it fun about playing at Michigan State. You know, I mean, it's very humbling to have such good crowds, and you know, we certainly don't take it lightly. So the support's been tremendous.
Of course, they are Class B regional final at Wyoming Godwin over Charlotte. Charlotte and former Charlotte coach Jerry Ernst looking on. His son Steve is the coach. It was a bad night from the opening tip for the Orioles. Leon Red passes to Delaney Blaylock for the donkey at 18. Charlotte senior Matt Donnelly, nice drive and push shot. Charlotte within 5. Tanner Johns with the miss from the 3, but there's Cy Barnett with the putback. He led all scorers with 20. Great passing here by Godwin. Results in another bucket, this one by St. Q Spigner. Charlotte students thank their seniors, but the pain of defeat all over their faces. Godwin Heights, as good as advertised, 81-37 over the Orioles.
We've got a tough group of guys, and we've played bad basketball before. And I said to them, no matter what anybody tells you, we played bad today. And we're going to look it in the eye and realize we got work to do and be thankful of those 3 great seniors we had.
Boys, these fellas were in hot pursuit for that first ever trophy, hosting crosstown rival Hazlet, also with a chance to book a spot in the state semifinals on the line. This one was close early. Hazlet's Tucker Verkus forges towards the goal, shaking off that big hit to find the back of the net, pulls the Vikings within 1 against the favored Chiefs. Second quarter, Bennett Sherman finds Evan Jamison, who fires a laser into the back of the net. That puts the Chiefs up by 3, and the top scoring team in the state went to work. Okemos scores 10 unanswered goals during the second and third quarters. Here it's Sherman from the side. One of his 4 goals puts the Chiefs up 11-4, and Okemos goes on to clinch its first ever regional crown, 19-5 the final after shaking off a slow start.
Before the rain, we came out and we just weren't focusing, weren't working hard, and then we got out there and then we started realizing what we had here, and then we put it together and started putting them up.
The kids at the beginning of the year had goals. One was to win the league, then our tournament, and then they wanted to go to the Final Four. And they worked hard, and it's great to see. I've never had a better bath. That's a lot of fun. I've waited a long time for one of those.
The St. John's girls soccer team looking to collect some hardware like their tracksters, taking on DeWitt at the East Lansing Soccer Complex in a Division II district final. First half, the Panthers get on the board with this statement goal. Mackenzie Dawes sends in the corner kick. Oh yeah, a header by Jessa McManus right into the back of the net. Panthers take the 1-0 advantage. Minutes later, DeWitt on the attack again. Taylor Bishop weaves her way through the Red Wings defense and strikes one past the keeper. 2-0 Panthers at the half. DeWitt's scoring continued in the second half as St. John's goalie can't corral the free kick, and McManus sneaks one in. DeWitt gets it done. 4-0 the final, and that now marks win 6-2 for Panther coach Jamal Mubaraka.
We play good soccer, beautiful soccer, you know. When you watch those kids play, I mean, sometimes it's a wow, you know, I mean, I'm proud of them. And when we score our goals, the 4 beautiful goals is planned the way we did. The kids play hard and tough all season, and now we're going to think about next game.
For the Red Wings girls track and field team, who won a Division II state championship last weekend, the first in school history in girls track. And members of the community came out to the high school gymnasium to salute the champions and Coach Neil Feldposh. A similar ceremony will take place at the school tomorrow morning in front of the St. John's students. A memorable season and a memorable evening.
Very cool. St. John's, you know, they've always been a strong supporter of their athletes, of their sports teams. It's great to have this opportunity.
Can you describe the moment it was like when you realized you had won the state championship as a team?
Just an incredible feeling. I remember grabbing my teammate Lindsay Pung and just crying with her after the state meet, and it was really special for us because we're both seniors this year, and that was just a really great way to cap off my senior season and winning with such a great group of girls and such a hard-working group of girls.
The class of 10 in this inaugural group, it included people like Tiger greats Charlie Gehringer and Hal Newhauser and Al Kaline and Alan Trammell and Bill Freehan. There's Al. Freehan in failing health, but his wife Pat was there tonight to accept for Bill. There she is. The late, great Ernie Harwell gets in this class, as does Lansing's own John Smoltz into his second Hall of Fame in 2 weeks. Also inducted tonight, legendary Grand Ledge baseball coach Pat O'Keefe. He and another Legendary high school coach Larry Tuttle from Blissfield were on hand tonight. O'Keefe has been at Grand Ledge for 47 years coaching baseball, and he's a proud grandpa, too. Proud of grandpa today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
How come?
Because he won an award. Because he won an award.
I bet he's a good grandpa, too, huh?
Yeah.
Awards and victories and championships are nice, but that's what it's all about, isn't it?
You bet, Fred. That's what it really is all about right there.
What's this night mean to you, Pat?
Well, it's a special night. Most of those people that we went in were special big leaguers and did something that I feel made an individual contribution to the game. For Larry and myself, I felt that this is a family and a community involvement. We both coached our entire careers at one high school and one community. Just have a high degree of expectation and appreciation for athletics at the high school level, and to me there isn't anything better than high school athletics.